Hello students, welcome back to the YouTube channel of the CLE Degree College. So in the previous class we have started the unit that is the infinite series first. So in that we have studied about the definition of infinite series, also about the convergence, divergence and oscillatory series. So today we will see some problems on this convergence and divergence. So your first problem is show that the series summation n equal to 1 to infinity 1 divided by n into n plus 1 converges to 1 here, converges to 1. So we have to show this series converges to 1. So how to show that the series converges to 1? So see here in the solution, given the series is summation n equal to 1 to infinity 1 divided by n into n plus 1. So this is the given series. So in this the nth term that is the an equal to 1 divided by n into n plus 1. So this is the nth term, that is an equal to 1 divided by n into n plus 1. So we have to split this 1 divided by n into n plus 1. So how we will split this? We will split like this, that is 1 divided by n minus 1 divided by n plus 1. Why to split like this means if we cross multiply this both, then again it will be in this same form. See here, if you multiply this is with 1, this will be n plus 1 minus n. So n plus 1 minus n will again nothing but 1 divided by n into n plus 1 here. So similarly we will find a1. So a1 means instead of 1 we will substitute there one value, that is a1 equal to 1 divided by 1 minus instead of 1 if you substitute n, instead of n if you substitute 1 here, that will be 2 here, that is 1 divided by 1 minus 1 divided by 2. So similarly we will substitute a2 equal to, now we will substitute in place of n we will substitute 2, that is 1 divided by 2 minus that will be 1 divided by 3. So similarly we will substitute a3, a4 so on up to an equal to 1 divided by n minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So this is the nth term now, an equal to 1 divided by n minus 1 divided by n plus 1 now. So therefore sum of the above is, so we have know the partial sum, we have seen the definition for partial sum yesterday. So Sn equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus an equal to 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So how it came here 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So for the partial sum we have to add the series here. So for the partial sum, that is Sn equal to, we have the a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus an equal to, finally we get here 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So how we will get this 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1? So see here, so if we go on adding this a1 plus a2 plus so on up to an, then this minus 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 2 get cancelled, minus 1 by 3 and plus 1 by 3 get cancelled. Similarly that 1 by n will be get so on get cancelled. So remaining will be only 1 divided by 1 means this will be 1 and the last term is that is minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So this is the first term and this is the last term, that is 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So this is the sum of this a1 plus a2 plus a3. So this is the partial sum, then we will get the answer, that is 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1 here. So therefore Sn equal to the sequence Sn equal to 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So now what we will do here is we will take limit on both sides. So we will take limit on both sides, that is limit n tends to infinity Sn equal to limit n tends to infinity into 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1, which converges to 1 here. So how it will converges to 1? So if you apply limit, that is if you substitute in place of n, if you substitute infinity, that will be 1 divided by infinity plus 1. So 1 divided by infinity is nothing but 0. So 1 divided by infinity is nothing but 0. So remaining is only 1 here. So remaining is only 1 here. So your limit n tends to infinity Sn equal to 1. So by the definition of convergence, if the limit n tends to infinity Sn equal to L, means if the sequence has some limit, then we can say it as a convergence series. So your sequence is converges to 1 here. So this is the one type of problem. So next we will see the second problem. The second problem is show that the series 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus so on plus n square plus so on diverges to plus infinity here. So we have to show that the given series diverges to plus infinity here. Solution. So given series is, we have to write the given series. The given series is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus so on plus n square plus so on. So let Sn equal to, so sum of n terms, sum of the squares of the natural numbers, we will write it as n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. That is the sum of the squares of the natural numbers, that the sum sequence we will write it as Sn equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 here. So applying limit on both sides, then we'll get, that is limit n tends to infinity, Sn equal to limit n tends to infinity n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So we have applied limit on both sides. So by applying limit on both sides, next we will apply the limit for this. So if you apply the limit, then in place of n we will write infinity. So if infinity divided by 6 is nothing but again infinity here, so we will get a positive infinity. So limit n tends to infinity, Sn equal to plus infinity. So by the definition of divergence series, if the series converges, if the series has a limit plus infinity or minus infinity, then we can call it as a divergent series. So the limit is plus infinity here, hence the series is diverges to plus infinity. So these are the two types of problems on convergence theorem. That is, if the series summation an is convergent, then limit n tends to infinity, an equal to 0. So if the series summation of an is convergent, then we have to prove that is limit n tends to infinity, an equal to 0 here. So for that proof we will consider, that is, let Sn be the sequence of the, it is a partial sum of summation an. So here Sn is the sequence for the partial sum of summation of an, since summation of an is convergent. So here summation of, what they have given, summation of an is convergent. Since summation of an is convergent, therefore Sn is also convergent. So if this, we know that this Sn is nothing but the sum of the partial sum of summation of an here. Since summation of an is convergent, then we can say that is Sn is also convergent here. We can say that is Sn is also convergent here. So if Sn is convergent, then by the definition of convergence series, we can say that is the limit n tends to infinity, Sn equal to L here, limit n tends to infinity, Sn equal to L. So we will denote this as equation 1. So we will denote this as equation 1, where this L is a finite one. So this L is here, finite one. So next what we will do, we will consider, we have considered already a sequence here. So we will consider another sequence that will be a previous term of this sequence. We will consider another sequence that will be a previous term of this sequence, and that sequence also has a limit, and that is also a convergent series here. And limit n tends to infinity, Sn minus 1 equal to L. So we can denote this as a 2 here. We can denote this as equation 2 here, that is limit n tends to infinity, Sn minus 1 equal to L. Now next what you have to do here, now we will consider Sn equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus an minus 1 plus an. So here we have considered an minus 1 because as well as we have considered the previous term for this sequence, we have also considered the previous term for this series. That is, if the an is the nth term, then its previous term will be an minus 1 here. So similarly for Sn minus 1, we will consider a series, that is a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus an minus 1. So for Sn, the nth term will be an. For Sn minus 1, the nth term will be an minus 1 here. So next what we will do, we will subtract Sn minus Sn minus 1. So when we subtract Sn minus Sn minus 1, then the remaining term will be only an here. So when we subtract the sequence n with its previous sequence, that is Sn minus 1 equal to an. So how it will remaining only an means, so if you subtract a1 minus a1, that will be we subtract, that will cancel a1, a2, a2, a3, and lastly remaining is only the an there. So that is Sn minus 1 equal to an here. So next what we will do, we will apply limit on both sides. So if you apply limit on both sides, that will be limit n tends to infinity an equal to limit n tends to infinity sn minus 1 here. So limit n tends to infinity, so we will write separately limits for this, that is the limit n tends to infinity sn minus limit n tends to infinity sn minus 1. So instead of limit n tends to infinity sn, so we will substitute the value as L there. So limit n tends to infinity sn value will be L, and limit n tends to infinity sn minus 1 value is also L here. So L minus L is nothing but 0. So that is, we have got the value as 0, that is the limit n tends to infinity an equal to 0 here. So therefore summation of an is convergent, then limit n tends to infinity an equal to 0 here. So whenever the summation of an is convergent, then the limit n tends to infinity an is equal to 0 here. So this is about the theorem. So next we will see general principle of convergence of a series. So statement here, that is the necessary and sufficient condition for the infinite series summation an to converge is that given epsilon greater than 0, however small, there exists a positive integer m such that. So here the series summation of an to converge, so infinite series summation of an to converge is that given epsilon greater than 0. So epsilon is nothing but a small term. So epsilon is greater than 0, that small term is greater than 0, then there exists a positive integer. So there exists a positive integer m such that. So this positive integer will be like am plus 1, that is am plus 1 plus am plus 2 plus so on plus an less than epsilon. So when we consider this positive integer m, so we have the sequences, those sequences as a1, a2, a3, so on up to an here. So in this sequence, if you consider that is the series, that is a1 plus a2 plus a3, so on up to an. So in that we will consider a previous terms. So in somewhere in the middle we have a m term. Somewhere in the middle for the up to a1 to an, somewhere in the middle we will be having the that is the positive term, that is the m. So that m also has a series. So that m also has a series that will be of am plus 1, am plus 2, so on up to am there. So if we take that in the mod term, that is mod of am plus 1 and am plus 2, if we substitute or if we subtract that from the limit, then that value will be less than epsilon here. That value will be less than epsilon, that is mod of am plus 1 plus am plus 2 plus so on plus an is less than epsilon for all the given condition is n greater than m here. The given condition is n greater than m here. So for the proof we will see here the series summation of an, the series summation of an is convergent if and only if the sequence Sn of the partial sums of the sequence is convergent here. So we will say that is if the summation of an is convergent if and only if the sequence Sn of the partial sequence is convergent. If this an is convergent, then sequence Sn is also convergent here. Then by the Cauchy's general principle. So then by the Cauchy's general principle, then we can see that is the sequence Sn is convergent if and only if. So here it is the condition if and only if condition, that is if and only if for each given epsilon greater than 0 there exists a m belongs to a positive. So the condition is mod of Sn minus Sm is less than epsilon. Mod of Sn minus Sm is less than epsilon for all n is greater than m here. For all condition is n is greater than m. So we will consider it is Sn as a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on. So in the middle we have the m terms, that is am plus 1 plus am plus 2 so on plus up to an, and minus of that is Sm terms, that is a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus an less than epsilon for all n is greater than m here. So in the mod, next what we will do, so we will remove the bracket and write the terms as a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus am plus am plus 1 plus am plus 1 plus so on plus an. Again we'll write, we can take it as a minus a1 minus a2 minus a3 so on up to minus am here. So here it is am term because it is of a sm term. So am is less than epsilon for the condition, that is for all n is greater than m there. So when we subtract this all, that is a1 get cancelled, a2 get cancelled, a3 and plus a3 and minus a3 get cancelled. Similarly finally the remaining terms will be am plus 1, am plus 2 plus so on, and finally remaining will be, that is an in the mod that is less than epsilon for all n is greater than m. So in this theorem we have seen that the sequence Sn is convergent if and only if this condition satisfies. The sequence Sn is convergent if and only if this condition, that is Sn minus Sm is less than epsilon, satisfies. For the given condition will be for all n is greater than m here. So the n will be always greater than m here, then the sequence Sn is said to be convergent here. So this is about Cauchy's general principle of convergent of a series. So this is about today's class. We will see further in the next class. So thank you. We will continue in the next class.